used to be that way, but thankfully the relations and the conditions and the intercourses are now healthy. Yet, Eretz Israel, for within the last 20 years, because there used to be people used to be humbled, and they used to think of Adonai sufficiently enough, and they were not eaten up by their large egos. Yet, I'm thinking of the past 4 decades, a situation of the demand, and there was little supply, and it had to be large demand for human rights in Israel. Because in Israel, they do think that they are so awesome, that they think that they're space cowboys. It's a tragedy when a straight guy, but there are thankfully no longer straight men in Israel, because Israel is like, you have the largest ego. Like, if you live in Israel, we've lived in Israel, it is that way. We've lived there, people have a larger ego, and that combined with a tzahar chayal who's straight, and this creates such threat for our boys, especially the only young boys, because later, like, you're super immune, but men in their 20s, because until 20 you're usually like, you live under a parasol of safety, of like, you're paying a family of some kind. But if there's like straight men, and they no longer do, they would set up their sons in the army. But the sons in the army, like, they're not, like, if they are cohabitating with women, they think of how a vagina feels. That's how they make their babies. That's a triple rape. Sometimes they even do it recreationally into the vagina. So the double rape, because first the man rapes, and then the baby rapes, and then sometimes the women are practically, it's a really practice of even Islam, the Quran says that they have to respect women, that there's no such thing as obedience. It's not fun. And but now the footwear is, they're wearing footwear that it's inexpensive, but it's not Victoria's Secret bunny slippers for $300. That's for prostitutes. If you're like a child, Victoria's Secret, you meet in every country, you meet women who have a lot of money, and because every single item in Victoria's Secret is extra precious. And I'm happy, I'm proud, but I make the money. I'm blessed, happy, and really resourceful. I have my own source of income, so I can have this nice body, which I enjoy. I just like things. I don't have to explain myself, although I do like pleasant things. I like white. This is a beautiful bodysuit, and can't wait to wear it. It's pleasant, it smells great, and it's cotton. And this is a very nice Jewish Tinder's girl, because in Israel, another thing in Israel is that there's the beach, like, it's surrounded by water, and so are other countries in the Suez. So, and it's like one practically, but I admire when I go swimming in Yam HaMelach, sometimes like the Aravit Chevra, they're like, oh, you're swimming in Michnasayim. Well, yeah, because, like, I'm not going to go naked. Yeah, but on the other hand, from the gyms, also known as, but there's no milcha, there is milchama. Yet, but also, like, Jordan and the Emirates and Oman and Yemen, which is Saba. That is the most magical Jewish country, is Yemenite, and Ethiopia, and the names of God, what they derive from, also Mizrahi, and Hodu is super rare. So you gotta practically be nice to them, because sometimes they might be just learning, like, the modern, European, USSR invented Hebrew, like the one of the 20th century, that was extracted from Holy Scriptures to get it out of the past and adapted into modern 19th, 20th century conditions. And also the origins of of because Israel is like the largest theocracy. In Israel, there's no slavery in Israel. Generally, in the Middle East. I'm not saying that in other countries there are, because it isn't. There's no slavery. There's democratic relations, and there's nobody is owned. Humans are not subject to ownership. Even in Afghanistan and in Azerbaijan and in Pakistan and Bangladesh and all the way like to those places, humans are not subject to ownership against their free will. And in straight couples, a long time ago, like it could have been, there's a very large likelihood that it was that way. But if you talk to the king of the United Arab Emirates and to of the Saudi Arabia, they're gonna like, of course, like our women are queens, like they're even bigger queens, because here in Israel they're tomboys, and women are tomboys. Like they mitigate that with long hair, and okay, so I have probably like Scandinavian footwear. No, but I'm saying as to the footwear, I no longer wear Victoria's Secret shoes, or like slippers, bunny slippers. Not only because they're expensive, but this is also made out of linen. I should get new ones, but they cost only 20. They only cost 10 agorot. That's very cheap. And the secret of it is the store is Kobi. It's like the temples in the Middle East. They start with the letter Aluf, and the store is E-Kobi. It's where it's a priestlyhood and a what do you call that? Monastery. Kind of like a monastery lifestyle in Europe. And so the shoes are comfortable, inexpensive. And this is expensive footwear. This is Danish shoes. It's from a store, but you can find things that are handmade in communes of like basic primary jobs, when they work with leather to make shoes. They work in bricks, metallurgy, and then threading, fabric making, the things that are very close to nature. So nothing is processed, and in those communities, this is where God is very present. Like in the Amish, in the Utah, that's why I'm so into, like, I was putting like the abbreviations of Utah, like in the shirt that I have. It's very cute, and I'm blessed, I'm happy, and it's also hard work that pays off. That, it's a crop top that like just surpasses my busty hairline, and it looks really nice. I'm proud of how nice my abs look like, and I'm happy that my friends who I really care about, I'm happy that they are getting flat abs too. Like they have no excess bad, there are no tires anywhere, and it's just perfectly hard bodies. It's so happy, and I'm happy and proud, and it's a wonderful concept. And long live hayot, animals. Yeah, because we love spending time with nature and with things that symbolize various aspects of life that are minimally processed. Then, like for Sonic the Hedgehog, I've got to buy the DVD. I'm gonna buy the film on iTunes. I just love that film. The professor who comes in double. It's proper, adequate for my age, and I'm so blessed, happy, lucky. I'm lucky that I can replace it with those mosaics. That now I'm going to purchase jewelry with Sonic Hedgehog. For me, it's magical. I love it. And I love all animals. For example, elephant, I very associate with it. Cats, catnip is a great perfume for me. And I love the inheritance of literature, everything, the pantheons of gods. And for me, everyone is a valuable human being. However, one thing that if I would be concerned, however, thankfully now there are human rights. Professor Mirosław Wyrzykowski maintains our safety, that if you're special and unique, or you're a tired soldier, or so that you're like, you might have a disability, then there's some kind of there are 6 types of disabilities with different systems and organs. So then, if there would be straight heterosexual violence, assault and battery, so in little child relations called bullying, but it has nothing to do with the shor. That's just wealth. But if someone was subject to violent treatment, well, thankfully it is no longer, and the shulchan has turned, and justice now reigns. There's no more injustice for the gifted and the royalty. And the royalty have large needs. Like they rise from their childhood. They had games, or like the Japanese doll houses. It's like the kid is raised that way. They're going to be having similar relations when they reach adulthood very fast.